आप सभी का स्वागत है। हम अभी मंगलाचरण करते हैं। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य कलः प्रसीदताम् ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। हम अध्ययन कर रहे हैं श्रीमद् भगवद गीता
We
अध्याय
are
2।
studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, verse number 6. In the previous session, we heard that Arjun, he said that he does not want to fight the battle because his gurus are standing in front of him, and how can he attack them? So his logic was that these are Guru Janas. How can I attack them? They are worthy of worship. I should offer flowers at their feet. I should not attack them with arrows. But on the other side, he also has his Kshatriya Dharma that he has to fight. So this is a very uh, peculiar situation, difficult situation, wherein for a common person, it becomes very difficult to decide what he or she should do. So when we also face such situations in life where we do not understand we should do this or that, because both appear to be correct or both appear to be wrong, something right. So which path should we follow? We also face such situations in life in which it becomes very difficult to take a decision. And Arjun is also in a similar situation because on one side he has to respect his Gurujanas, his superiors, but they themselves have also said that we are bound up by wealth. That means they are Artha Kama, they are desirous of wealth. So that is why there is nothing irreligious in fighting against them. Because Duryodhan, who is an irreligious person, these all superiors are supporting Duryodhan.
कि कभी कभी देखा
It
जाता
is also said, sometimes it is observed that great personalities, they sometimes are observed as if they are breaking the rules of dharma, and it appears to be very brave, and it is not a dosh or a defect for them because they are very powerful people. Like in English, it is said that the king is above the law. The king can break the rules. And for that, example is also given that like there is fire. So if there is a severe fire, even if you put something dirty in that, the dirty element will burn, but fire will not be affected. If you put fuel, fuel will also burn. If you put anything that is rotten, that will also burn. Because fire has that capability, it has that potency to burn everything. That is why there are some great personalities, they are beyond religion and irreligion. So in dealing with them, then for them, what is right, what is wrong, we see them from our point of view. So now it can also be said that Bhishma is not an ordinary person. He had won over time also because he had the boon of Ichamrityu, that is to leave his body at his own will. He had won over lust, which is extremely difficult for any person of this world to attain victory over lust. It is almost impossible. In Bhagavad, it is said that only Narayan and his bhaktas, his devotees, are free from lust. So, Bhishma is a Mahajan, he is not an ordinary person. This logic can also be given. The second point of view is that Duryodhan, he is keeping Bhishma in front and wants to make the Pandavas mentally weak because he knows that the Pandavas will think that these are our superiors. How can we fight against them? So even if they will fight against Bhishma, Drona, etc., they will not fight with their from their heart. And this point is correct. I had read this earlier that in the history of our country, Bharat, one reason why we became subdued by the Britishers is that the Britishers understood that the kings of this place are very dharmic, they are religious, and they fight according to the rules of dharma, and they have great respect for cows. So what they used to do is that they did not have big military power because they had come from Britain. So obviously they would not have come with such a big army. So Indian kings had big army. So what these Britishers used to do they used to keep a lot of cows. in front of their army. So seeing the cows, the Kshatriyas did not attack with their arrows. They used to stand with folded hands, and then the Britishers used to defeat the Indian kings. So here also, Bhishma Drona have been purposefully kept in front by Duryodhana, because in Gita it was said that Bhishma and Drona, they are Pramukha. When Arjun had told to Bhagavan that please place my chariot between the two armies, then especially he asked him to place the chariot between in front of Bhishma and Drona. That was done by Bhagavan, so that Arjun could understand that you want to fight against these people. They are your Gurujanas. And that is exactly what happened. When Arjun saw Bhishma and Drona, his heart became filled, overwhelmed with compassion, and he went into dejection that how can I fight against them? That's why now also he said that how can I fight against them? Same two names, Bhishma and Drona, he has used in the previous verse also that he used in the first chapter. So this is a very critical, difficult situation, and this happens in life. In Gita, further ahead, Bhagavan will tell that what is karma, what we should do, what is our duty, and what is akarma, the what we should not do. Great wise people also become bewildered in deciding what is to be done, what is not to be done. So Arjun is also in a similar situation. He is a very deliberating person. He is not blind. He is not blindly fighting in the war. So the spiritual aspirants on the devotional path, they also sometimes fall in such situations. They do not understand what is right, what is wrong. In the bhakti path, it is known as Vyudha Vikalpa. It is a situation in which there is a situation called Vyudha Vikalpa, wherein the person it becomes very difficult for him to take decision whether I should continue in my job or I should leave the job and become a Babaji. Should I become a brahmachari or a grihastha? Should I chant or should I study? In which should I give more time? Should I give more time in serving Guru or in serving parents? Because it happens we have responsibilities towards family also, towards Gurujanas also. So this state of confusion is known as Vyudha Vikalpa, wherein we can't understand what we should do, what we should not do, and the sadhaka becomes unable to take decision. So Arjun is also in a similar situation. And although in the previous chapter he gave a long lecture, but when he heard the words of Bhagavan that in this critical situation, from where this impurity came in your heart, so then Arjun became doubtful. He was expecting that Bhagavan will congratulate him that you have done a great job. You are my friend, and I have come here to establish dharma, and you are giving lecture about dharma. So I am very happy. But he did not say like that. Bhagavan, Bhagavan rather said that Arjun, what you are speaking like a very low class person. Bhagavan did not support Arjuna's statements at all. He did not praise him at all. He spoke very directly that you are speaking like an anarya, an uncivilized person, an uneducated person. You are speaking like a fool. Your statements do not contain actually anything related to dharma. It just appears like that as if you are speaking about dharma. But it is simply your weak heartedness, it is your impotency. So Arjun got a shock. And in the he speaks two verses, 4 and 5, but in sixth verse, he loses all the steam and he changes completely. So he is speaking now in the sixth verse. So in 6th verse, he becomes very loose, and in 7th one, he surrenders. So like this, slowly, it is happening gradually, because it is very difficult to give up the ahankar. If somebody is doing something wrong and he considers that he is right, then he will give logic. But the other person, and who is also worshipable, wise person, when he says that no, this is not correct, this is wrong, so the other person will not accept immediately. First, he gives some logic, because he has his because it is a blow to his ahankar. He knows from within that what the other person is telling, that is correct, but immediately accepting that becomes very difficult. Even if he accepts it slowly with delay, that itself is a great achievement. But mostly people do not accept at all. It is very difficult to accept instruction from anybody else. That is what is being shown here. That Arjun, immediately he doesn't say that, yes, Bhagavan, what you are telling is right. This is my weak heartedness. So he says that how can we kill them? Whatever we attain by killing them, it will be all stained by their blood. So the verse that we are beginning today, in that Arjun is expressing his state of bewilderment.
और हम नहीं
So
जानते
translation, and we do not know which would be better for us, whether to conquer them or for them to conquer us. Those very sons of Dhritarashtra, whom if we killed, we would not wish to live, are standing now directly in front of us. So here, Arjun is showing his state of Vyudha Vikalpa, his state of bewilderment of his chitta. That is what he is showing here. So it needs tremendous courage. Arjun is a very brave person, brave soldier, but is not just brave on the battlefield, he is very brave on the spiritual path also. So mostly what happens, because of our ahankara, we hide our ignorance. We think that if we express show our ignorance, what will other people think, that oh, he is an ignorant person. But Arjun is not like that. He is whatever lack dissatisfaction he is having, regarding that he is expressing it very clearly. So it needs lot of courage that a person shows his ignorance in front of the other person, and this is the cause of progress, because ignorance is a disease. If we hide our disease, then we will never be free from the disease, we will never become healthy. But if we have some disease, and if we express it to the doctor or anybody else who knows how to treat the disease, then they can tell us about the cause of the disease and how to treat that. Similarly, if I have some ignorance within, and if I do not have knowledge about some subject, then I should not declare myself as a scholar in that subject, because then what will happen, in that subject I will always remain ignorant. I will never get knowledge. I will not ask others, those who are wise people, those who are knowledgeable, we will not accept knowledge from them. So for that one needs lot of courage. This is not a weakness. People think it is weakness. It is not weakness, it is courage. So Arjun, in this matter, he is very brave, and he is speaking very bravely, that I do not know what is better for me. Till now, he had been speaking that I do not want to fight the war because it is not correct to fight this war. But now he is now on both sides. He is taking both the stand. Till now, he had been speaking that we should not fight. But now he is coming on the middle path. And then he is taking shelter of Bhagavan. So here he is telling that what is better for us. although in the verse it appears as if we win or they win, which is better, but actually in the previous verse he had told that for me, what is better? It is better that I go to the forest and live by begging. So the point is that which is better, living by begging or fighting this war? Which is better? As a Kshatriya, it is my dharma to fight this war, but I do not want to fight against my Gurujanas, my superiors. So I think it is better to live by begging so that I do not incur the sin of killing my Guru. So this is the bewilderment in his chitta. He is also telling that what will be better, we win over them or they win over us, which will be better. So this is also his confusion. But he is speaking also something that is very interesting. He is telling that by killing these sons of Dhritarashtra, we would not even like to live. Why? Because if we live by killing them, it will have the same situation what he told earlier, that people will criticize us and we will be living a life of dejection, that we killed our swajanas, our relatives. By killing relatives, what happiness shall we derive? So that's why he is telling that by killing these people, I would not want to live anymore. And as we had discussed about this earlier also, that when all our relatives die, then our life is as if like we are dead only. Because whatever identity we have, that is a that is by our relatives only. All the identities that this body has, it is all by our relatives, our close relatives, our parents, siblings, country, village, our jati, our varna. So our identity is all by this only. So if this itself gets destroyed, then I will be dead. So that's why he is telling Jiji Vishama that I won't even like to live, because what will be my identity? What will I tell to somebody? So he is seeing his own death in that way. So actually, if he is seeing like this, it is not appropriate for him to say that what is better, I should kill them or they should kill me. It appears as if they win over me, that is better, because if Duryodhan defeats him, then these people will die. So that is better. Then there is no problem for Arjun. Nobody will criticize Arjun. And what he had told, that we will be living in hell for a long time. That will also not happen, because Arjun anyway did not kill anybody then in that situation what we are considering. So he will anyway not get the kingdom. But if Arjun wins, then he will suffer. So when he himself is telling that by killing them, I do not want to continue living, what it is proven that it is better for Arjun to lose, because losing means death. It is not that he will continue to live and Kauravas will win. Kauravas' victory depends on Arjuna's death only. So that's why now that he is telling which is better, I win or they win, doesn't seem appropriate, because what appears from this verse is that Arjuna's thinking is not correct, and he doesn't want to fight also. But at the same time, he also accepts that this war, not engaging in this war, is cowardice, it is miserliness, because Bhagavan told that from where this impurity came in you. So Arjun considered it as a great sin also. So it is in his buddhi, this is a great illusion, bewilderment regarding what he should do. So in this situation, if a person does not get shelter of a guru, then he will always remain in this state of bewilderment. And that is why the next verse, number 7, it is extremely important. And actually, Gita begins from the 7th verse only. Whatever happened till this 2.6, starting from first chapter till the 6th verse of chapter 2, this is actually the introduction to Bhagavad Gita. And the subject matter of Gita actually begins from verse number 7, when when Arjun takes shelter of Bhagavan.
मेरा स्वभाव
My
हृदय
nature being overpowered by the defect of weakness of heart and my mind being confused about my duty, I ask you to please tell me decisively which course of action is most beneficial for me. I am your disciple and have taken refuge in you. Please instruct me. So this is an extremely important verse of Bhagavad Gita. And it shows that in our life, if we do not get shelter of Guru, then our problems will never get solved. And we keep wandering in our life here and there. But due to our ahankara, due to our ego, we do not like to take shelter. Sharanagati and Mahankara both are as opposite as light and darkness. Sharanagati is like the sunlight, and our own material ego, it is like the darkness of night, dense darkness. So just like in the darkness, we can't see things properly. In the darkness of the night, if there is a tree in front, we may feel that some man is standing there, and we become afraid. If little sound comes from the backside, and while we are walking in the dark night, then we become very afraid. If we are sleeping in the night and suddenly some sound comes in the room, some vessel has fallen, some utensil falls, then we become afraid. So why it happens? Because it is darkness. So this is ignorance. We become fearful due to ignorance. So what is its solution? Solution is Sharanagati, taking shelter of Guru. The solution of ignorance is knowledge, and knowledge is obtained from Guru. On one's own, one cannot get knowledge. Even material knowledge, whatever material knowledge we have derived that, we have obtained that from somebody else only. Nobody can say that I have not learned anything from anybody. All the my knowledge what I have is my own. Nobody is like that. From childhood, we have learned how to eat food, how to sit, how to sleep, how to go to toilet. That also we have to learn. So when we anyway have to learn, why not learn from somebody who can teach us the foundational the foundation of life? Guru means one who removes the darkness. So one who removes the darkness, the ignorance, that is Guru. So one who opens our eyes which are blinded by darkness, ignorance, one who gives vision to our eyes, that is Guru. So what is wrong in that? What is the problem in that? Why people are so averse to taking shelter of Guru, but people are afraid that if I take shelter of Guru, I will become Dasa. Actually, we are Dasa of our mind only. Everybody has one Guru whose name is Maniram. Everyone is the disciple of Maniram. In Hindi, mind is called Maniram. Many times some people have the name Maniram. So we all are disciples of our mind, and our mind is making us wander here and there. So mind is the cause of our bondage, and it is the cause of our liberation. So our mind, which is attached to the sense objects, that mind itself becomes the cause of liberation. So if somebody is free from this such negative influence of mind, he is liberated. So every person is in the same situation in this world. Every person is servant of his mind, and if mind is pure, then there is no harm in being a slave of mind. If the mind is not attached to sense objects, but that is not our situation. Every person's mind is attached to sense objects because that is what we have learned from childhood. That's why that mind keeps disturbing us all the time. And its solution is only by receiving this spiritual knowledge. You may get material knowledge, and with that you can find solution to your material problems, but that also does not happen, because the primary cause of these material problems is this lack of spiritual knowledge only. If we have spiritual knowledge, then material problems will get solved on their own, but we don't keep faith on that. That is why it is said that whatever bondage you have, that bondage cannot be cut without this spiritual knowledge. And knowledge cannot happen without Guru. It is never possible that we get knowledge without Guru. We are we have avidya, ignorance from beginningless time, from anadi. So we cannot get rid of that. Nobody on his own can get rid of this beginningless ignorance, because those things with which we deal, they are all made by our ignorance only. Our mind, our intelligence, our senses. Ignorance is in all of these. Bhagavan has told very clearly in Gita that our senses, our mind and intelligence, they are the seeds. They are the seeds of ignorance, of avidya. These are the places where ignorance, avidya is sitting. So all our enemies are sitting here only. These all are lust, greed, anger. These are all members of the family of ignorance only. So you are working all with this only. Whatever you understand with your material intelligence and mind only, and ignorance is sitting there only. Ignorance or agyan does not mean that you don't have knowledge. What it means is that you have wrong knowledge. So if you what it wrong knowledge means, you are seeing an object as something else. Like you see a rope as a snake, and then you become fearful, and then you behave as if it is a snake only, and then you remain fearful. There is a rope in your room and you think it is a snake, and you can't sleep the whole night. and you will continue thinking it as a snake only. So now on your own, you cannot understand that it is not snake, it is rope. So Arjun is in that situation. Arjun understands our nature, our swabhava, it is influenced by this. So whatever we will do, whatever we will understand, whatever we will decide, then it will be whatever we decide, we will fall in the ditch and we will suffer only. That is why in everyone's life, if you see, everybody has this experience that we work to become happy. We work to become happy, but we rather become miserable. Why is it like this? We are working. People say that I can do anything by my power. So then you should say that whatever suffering you are getting, that is also because of your endeavor only. Because when you get success, then you take credit for the success. Then whatever misery you are facing, for that also you should hold yourself responsible. That you never say that whatever I am suffering, for that I am responsible. I worked very hard to get this misery. But actually that is the fact, that is the reality. Just like by your endeavor, you get success, by your endeavor you get failure also, because everything is not in your own hands. In Gita, Bhagavan is telling, everybody knows this is very straightforward, simple. So that's why if we take wrong decision, it will have the wrong result. So it is a very straight formula, it is not something very complicated problem. The point is that whatever knowledge we will have, accordingly we will have desire in our mind, and based on that desire, we will take decision that I want to fulfill this desire or no. And then we take decision and accordingly we act to fulfill that desire. And then that action will give a result, and the result that we want is that we should get sukha, we should get happiness. But if our knowledge is not correct, if it is wrong, we have understood something in a wrong way, then our desire will also be wrong, and then the decision that we will take, that will also be wrong, and then what action we will take accordingly, that will also be wrong, and the result will be wrong. But if our knowledge is correct, then our desire will be correct, and then our decision will be correct, then our actions will be correct, and then our result will also be correct. It's a very simple point. But if our knowledge is wrong, if we consider the rope as snake, then the desire that we will have will be to stay away from this so-called snake, and then we will be deprived of the benefit that we could have derived by using the rope properly. So whatever desires we have, they are all coming from our knowledge. In those matters for which we don't have knowledge, we don't get desire. Can we desire for any unknown object? Whatever person, object, action we do not know of, that person, that object, that action, for that we cannot have any desire. Any topic about which we have never heard, what we have never seen, we will never have any desire of that. But that subject for which we have knowledge, some knowledge, then we can have some desire for that. If that knowledge is not correct, if there is something good and I am considering it wrong,
जो इस परिस्थिति में धर्म के कारण है,
and many people in India are telling that we are in this situation, in this deprived situation because of this dharma only. So this is ignorance. So this is illusion, thinking that dharma is responsible for our downtrodden condition. So illusion means we consider something as something else. So then because of that, whatever decision we take, if you think that dharma or spirituality is the cause of my misery, many people think like this. That's why they say that I have nothing to do with Bhagavan. What is this Gita? This is all cheating. Going to temple, doing kirtan, studying Shastra, doing puja and all, this is all fake. This yajna and all, these are all fake. So those people who think like this, they will not participate in this, and whatever wrong actions they do, they will get result of that. That is why today in society there is so much fear, so so much chaos because of this wrong knowledge. All this crime that is happening, all this various exploitation in society, we cannot trust anybody, because when a person doesn't accept anyone, he doesn't accept dharma, he can do anything. One who does not accept the law of karma, why will he not speak the lie? What is the problem in lying? Why will he not cheat? Why will he not steal? What can stop him from doing that? And in the society, if everyone behaves like this, then society will become chaotic or no? So this is the reason. Nowadays, it has become very difficult to believe, because nobody does believes in anything. Earlier, people were truthful; they were ready to lay down their life to protect dharma. So now this is due to ignorance of dharma. So our swabhava, our nature has become overpowered by this wrong knowledge. So actually, kripanata, misery, it is miserliness. Miserliness means I have money, but I do not want to give to anybody. I myself also don't use it. But this is miserliness. But the real miserliness is above this, that I have such wealth by which I can become happy. Wealth means I am a very rich person, but I don't eat properly, I don't live properly. So people say that this is a very great miser. That means he has money, still he is not utilizing it. So like that, we also have this great wealth in the form of this human body. So this human body that we have got, this is our greatest wealth. Why? Because with this we can get the permanent ultimate happiness and permanently get rid of all our miseries. So this is spirituality, wherein we the three types of miseries that we have, adhyatmik, adi bhautik, and adi daivik, we can get rid of them. And it is possible to get rid of these miseries through our this human body. So this human body is very rare, but it is very useful. It's a great wealth. If we are not utilizing it properly, then we are miser. I think it is said in Kathopanishad or Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. It is said that person who uh, Atma also means Paramatma. So one who leaves this world without knowing Atma and Paramatma is Kripana. This is the definition of Kripana, miserliness, that is given by Rishi Yagyavalkya. So in this world, those who are not coming on the spiritual path, they are all misers. And that is what Arjuna is telling here. Arjuna is telling from the war point of view, but as I have been telling continuously, Arjuna is representing us also. This Bhagavad Gita is our life. So our swabhav, our nature, is filled with this kripanata, this miserliness. What miserliness? That I will not get anything by walking on the spiritual path. That is why I want, let me waste my life in all these useless things, from which end of the day we will not get anything except dukha, misery only. These objects are called apataramaniya, which appear very pleasing, but they don't have any tattva within them.
यहाँ भारत में क्या बोलते हैं, कॉटन, अंग्रेजी में इसको मुंह में डालो, that sugar cotton, cotton candy, cotton candy.
So we have this cotton candy.
हिंदी में बोलते हैं बुढ़िया के बाल.
In Hindi it is said budhiya ke bal. In English we say cotton candy. It appears very big, very shining, attractive, but if you put it in the mouth, it is finished, nothing happens.
तो इसको बोलते हैं संस्कृत में आपात रमणीय.
So in Sanskrit it is said apata ramaniya, that is the Sanskrit word for this. So it appears very pleasing, but inside it has no tattva.
तो व्यक्ति इसी के पीछे भाग रहा है.
So every person is running after this only.
कंजूसी है, यानी कि हमारा,
so this is miserliness. Like the time that we have, the duration of life what we have, it is wealth.
समय से हम चीज खरीद रहे हैं.
So we are buying things with that duration of life. So we are giving whatever object for which we are investing out the time duration of our life, it is like we are giving the time and we are getting that object. So we are miser. Why? Because we could have utilized the time to buy something immensely valuable, but we do not want to waste time in that. Like a miser, he says that I will simply save money, I will not utilize it. So similarly, people save time and do not utilize it for spiritual purpose. That is miserliness. That person is a miser actually. So why? So this, we all are afflicted by this disease of miserliness, and our nature is subdued because of that. So he is asking for the solution of this problem to Bhagavan. And because of this miserliness, what has happened? Dharma sammudha cheta. So when our intelligence is only absorbed in material objects and we only desire material objects to obtain them, then we become bewildered. We become unable to take any decision. That's why Arjuna is telling that please tell me that by which I will get Shreya. The Shreya is an extremely important word. In Sanskrit, we have two words, Preya and Shreya. So Shreya and Preya are different things. Preya means material progress, and Shreya means spiritual progress. Kanad Rishi has said that Dharma is that by which we get both Preya and Shreya. But we only are running after Preya, and Preya is temporary. It gets destroyed after some time, and its result is misery only. That is guaranteed. So that is why Arjun is not asking, please tell me I should fight or not fight. Actually, his question should have been this only, that I should fight or not fight. But he is not asking that. He is telling, please tell me what is supremely beneficial for me. And this is the real question. Those who are inquisitive of tattva, they should ask this only to sadhus. People go to sadhus and they ask this only, whether I should fight or not. Should I do this business? Should I do that business? They ask these things only. Whether I should work in this company or there, whether I should marry or no. They keep asking these things only. They will never ask that, please tell me what is supremely beneficial for me. So it is like that only, that which is like, one thing is like you learn mathematics, how to add, how to subtract. And another thing is, whenever you have any problem, you ask that Maharaj, please tell what is this 4 plus 3, what is this, what is that. You just keep asking these specific questions. So instead of these things, you should rather ask how to do addition. If you learn how to do addition, then every time you will not have to ask. So that is Shreya. If I understand that what is supremely beneficial for me, then I will not have to ask whether I should fight or not. That I will understand on my own only. In any other religion, you will not find these type of statements. Upanishad is telling, by knowing which you know everything. Know that, by which you know everything else. So Yajnavalkya is telling, by without knowing that, a person leaves this body without knowing that. So Yajnavalkya is telling that there is an object. If you know that, you know everything else. Like if you know gold, whatever ornaments are made of gold, you will get to know all of them. All the different ornaments of gold you can understand if you understand gold. Now, if you don't understand gold, then you keep understanding one object separately. Your life will get spent in that. So this is called Shreya. That we have to understand what is life, what am I, what is my relation with this world, why am I here, why am I miserable, why I am not getting sukha, why I am getting dukkha. This is what I have to understand. If I understand this, I will understand everything else. So this is Arjun's intelligence. This is like asking the right question. If you ask the right question, you will get the answer accordingly. So somebody can ask, please tell me what is 2 plus 2. And another person can ask, please teach me addition. So it is said that Smriti is telling that don't answer something for which you are not asked for. So Arjun is telling, please tell me decisively. I want to solve my problem. Not that I ask you, should I fight the war? Then you tell, yes, fight the war. Then again, I have another problem. Again, I keep going to you. So people keep on asking questions whole life. There is nothing wrong in asking question, but then when we ask question, we should try to understand also. So that we can progress in life and we ourselves become capable of taking decisions. So that's why he is telling that I am your disciple. So Bhagavan as if says that I am your charioteer. How can you take knowledge from me? For taking knowledge, you have to go to Guru. So Arjun, who is the friend of Bhagavan, first of all, he makes Bhagavan as his Guru. In friend, people nowadays don't even take knowledge from Guru. What to speak of taking knowledge from friend? They think that this is my own person only. Guru means in whom we have Shraddha. Guru means he is telling something for my benefit. I should listen to him. So that's why he is telling Shadi Mam Tvam Prapannam. He is telling that I am taking your shelter. Sharanagati is very important. And but today's time is over, and in the next class we will continue this same verse, and we will deliberate more on this particular verse. We will stop here today. If you have any question, you can ask.
प्रश्न है
So the question is, what is the primary qualification a guru must have? What is the primary qualification a disciple must have? What interaction is the most important between guru and disciple? So answer, Guru's qualification, Guru is not one who does some magic. Mostly people think like this only, that Guru means one who does some magic, keep his hand on my head and then I get lot of benefit in life. This is all illusion. Nobody can do any benefit like this, and nobody can derive any benefit from all this. If this kind of benefit would have existed, then Bhagavan would also have done that. But Bhagavan did not do like any kind of like that magic to Arjun. Who can be a bigger magician than Bhagavan? Biggest magician is he himself only. But he himself also did not do all this. He did not keep his hand on Arjuna's head. He gave knowledge to Arjun. So Guru is one who gives you knowledge. And knowledge does not mean I do this business, this job. That is not knowledge. Knowledge means what is beneficial for you, what will teach you about your life. What is Bhagavan, what is Atma, what is Paramatma, what is this world, and how we can get liberated from here. So try to understand that Guru means teacher, teacher of spirituality. So he should have knowledge of that subject, and his character should be representative of that knowledge, what he is teaching, and he should be having the capability to teach. There are many people who have knowledge, but they either don't have interest in teaching the disciple, or they don't have the art of teaching, because teaching is also an art. Many people do course on that also. People do B.Ed, Bachelor of Education. So in this B.Ed course, they teach the pedagogy of teaching. They teach how to teach. So Guru should have all these qualification, and the qualification of disciple is one who wants to learn Shreya, who is truthful, who is obedient, who is hungry for knowledge. Like when you are hungry, when you are thirsty, you look for food. So disciple means one who has thirst, hunger for knowledge, and then by getting knowledge also wants to apply that in his own life. So this is the primary qualification of
दादाजी जी
disciple.
पूछते हैं महाराज जी क्या आप फिर से समझा सकते हैं कि
So
कृपण शब्द का
question,
क्या अर्थ है
Maharaj ji,
और
can you please
मिनिमलिस्ट
once again explain the meaning
दूसरे
of
शब्दों से
Kripana? How is this
क्या
different
अभिन्न है सॉरी
from the conventional meaning of the word miser? So I already explained that Kripana here means this only, that so Kripani Samarthya is the root, it's the dhatu. So one who does not utilize his ability is Kripana. So when the conventional meaning of miser is in respect of money, one who is not utilizing his money. But so actually one whatever capability one has, if he is not using it or misusing it, that is called Kripana. Any other question? Okay.
महाराज जी राधे राधे भगवत गीता पर बहुत सारी कमेंट्री हैं मुझे
So
आप
question, there are many commentaries in Bhagavad Gita. Which one do you recommend to read? So the answer depends on which language you understand, whether Hindi, English or Sanskrit.
उन्हें हिंदी
So answer, I know both Hindi and English. So for Hindi, there is a Sadhak Sanjeevani commentary by Swami Ram Sukdas ji of Gita Press. You can study that. That is very easy to understand. I think now that has been translated into English also. That's a wonderful commentary. So that commentary is available in English also.
कमेंट्री पढ़ी नहीं है इसलिए मैं बता नहीं सकता। संस्कृत की
I have not read English commentaries. If you ask about Sanskrit, I can tell. Okay, so we will recite the prayer verses.
सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपाल नंदनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मंत्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयः सर्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम् यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर् ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजंघ्रये भवे भवे यथा भक्तिः पादयोस्तव जायते तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपाप प्रणाशनम् प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्तं नमामि हरिं परम् हरि ओम तत्सत्।